It was Valentine's Day, 2006, when history was made. History and herstory was made.
February 14th, 2006, I believe, standing right here for the 94.1 The Buzz Mile of Men, and I was the third person in line here.
It was about 2006, and we were at this very broadcast location for a promotion with 94.1 The Buzz called The Mile of Men.
They were having a Valentine's Day Mile of Men, where they would line up a mile of men and here downtown Memphis, and women could come by and do their shopping, do their man shopping.
Now lovingly referred to as the Mile of Meat. 22 guys. So instead of the Mile of Meat, it became like a city block of meat. Brad, I can remember him asking me if I was going to try to date anybody down here. He said, "Are you going to look for a number while you're down here?" And I pretty much said I wasn't even going to make eye contact with anybody down here if I could avoid it.
My brother's sitting at that corner of this parking lot, or the sidewalk right there, we're hopefully going to meet potential singles in Memphis, but that ended up being a huge bust.
And I looked over, and right there, that's the moment in time. Time froze, it stood still. You know, birds were singing, they were cold, but they sang. And the sun came out from behind the clouds. The heavens opened up, and I saw him for the first time. And, and I said my exact words, "That's your son?" Jim's, "Yes, that's my son, Justin." "How old is he, you say?" "He's 23. Wow, if I were 10 years younger, I'd be all over that.
She said, "Boy, if I was, a couple years younger, I would be really on that Justin Jaggers." And I said, "Well, go over and talk to him, Dana."
You know, she thinks Jim's a good-looking guy, and who doesn't think Jim's a good-looking guy, really, right? And you can see the resemblance. It's like mini Jim. And she found out how old Justin is, and after that happened, she said, "If you were about 10 years older, I actually might have a play for you."
So he said, "Son, come here. Justin, come over here." He waved Justin to come over here.
Midway through, my father is doing weather feeds out here and introduces me to Dana Fox.
I get on my cell phone and I walk down to Mid-America Mall about a block away so that she can't hear me and can't see and hear what I'm doing. And I get him on the phone. I said, "Justin, you need to buy Dana Fox a drink."
So, being the first time that I'd ever bought a girl a drink, I asked the bartender in there to send some drink her way, tell her who it's from, and they did.
But he asked me if I wanted to go out. And I went, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. I was 33 at the time, he was 23.
It was just the most desperate situation I've ever seen, and I'm sure that Brad Carson can verify that for you.
And he was getting ready to leave, Justin, and he comes over and he hands me a little flower and he says, "I can't wait to see you on Friday. That's when we're going to go out."
The good news for Dana, Marla, was she hooked up with Justin.
When she called and told me that she had met the cutest little young boy, and that she was like, "I'll just go have lunch with him. I won't eat dinner. It's nothing serious, just lunch." I knew by the way she was talking about Justin, it was going to be forever.
I'm Dana. This plant is Justin. That's how close they usually were.
You pet the dog, you make a sound effect like, she does that when she touches Justin. It's the same thing. It's the same premise.
Dana would be up here, of course, wearing virtually nothing, scandalous, kind of hanging it out there. Justin, on the other hand, would have a full tuxedo on. So it was fun to watch those two up here as they bonded together. Dana would be, doing what she's supposed to do, talking to listeners and people who won VIP passes. So, "Oh, hi, how are you? Are you Dana from the radio?" "Yes, I'm Dana from the radio station." "Oh, nice to meet you." "Oh, hi, how are you?" "Oh, good." And then on the other side, you would see this. So, Justin, how's it going with the band? Pretty good? Yeah? Hey, who's that? Whoa! Where are you going, Justin? Hi, I'm Justin. I'm Marla's, I'm Dana's significant other. It's good to meet you.
And we had plans with some friends of ours, Kevin and Christina. We were going to go on a cruise in, I think, October or September, and I was going to propose to her there.
We had plans, I think that we had made about 2 or 3 months prior to that we were going to go on a cruise.
And I was going to propose to her the first day that we poured it off. I was going to have some flowers sent to the room with the proposal idea, and I was going to try and sneak Kevin and Christina in there to take pictures of it and you know, try and make this whole big deal of it.
Well, they flipped the Buzz before that, and I had to take another job that was a drastic cut in pay, and I didn't think it would be a good idea to pay for a cruise when things were going to be a little tight financially.
Me going back to school, I was starting back in college, and we had her dog wasn't doing so well, so we had to cancel everything.
My dog, I had a dog, Tiny, that I love so much. She was not well and was not long for this world, and as you can imagine, I was beside myself.
And the day that we decided to cancel everything, we're sitting on the couch in our 2-bedroom apartment in Cordova.
And I'd been upset about the dog all day. I was just so sad about the dog. And we had been sitting there talking about it, and he was trying to comfort me as much as he could.
It was the end of the day, we were just discussing this, and it wasn't the happiest discussion we ever had. Man, I was like, well, if I don't get to do this in October, I'm doing this today. And I went back and I got the ring, and in velour pajama pants and a wife beater, I proposed to her on our couch.
He got up and left the room, came back, he said, well, I'm really sad that we're not going to go on that cruise. I had grand plans, but I guess I'll do it right here. And he got down on his knee and proposed to me.
I proposed to her, and she started crying, and she goes, of course, of course.
I went from crying about the dog to crying about, what? What are you doing? Are you proposing to me now? And he did, and I said, yeah! So I got this little rock. You like that? How you like that?
It wasn't the most romantic, but I wanted to propose to her immediately after I bought the ring. I couldn't wait, and I found out that my plan fell through, so I had to just go. I had to just like, all right, time to propose. So.
For them, I mean, it's just been the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Like, that radio event brought him to me.